In this example, you'll see how a family saved over $11,000 in unnecessary interest payments in just 3 months without spending even a penny more of their monthly income on their debt. This next example, you'll be able to witness how the Prospio system utilizes 4 money-saving principles to help you build wealth. The 4 money-saving principles that Prospio will utilize in order to help you build wealth are strategic payoff, interest accumulation, interest float, and interest cancellation. We're going to talk about a typical family right now that has $5,400 in income, $5,200 in expenses, which means they only have $200 left over at the end of the month as discretionary income. You're going to see in this example that at month 1, they have $0 in savings, $75 in checking, a $200,000 mortgage, and 2 credit cards, a MasterCard and a Visa, with 1 auto loan. They also have available to them a $0 line of credit. So a line of credit that currently they have nothing charged to that line of credit. This is not necessary. It is not required to use the system, but this is what a typical family utilizing the Prospio system currently has available to them. So this family had their $5,400 come in by direct deposit, as it typically does at the end of the month, and it's deposited right into their checking account. The Prospio system then tells them to move that $5,400 that just came into their checking over to savings. When they move that over to savings, now they're into their first month of bills, and they're going to have to pay for their home, they're going to have to pay for their car, they're going to have to pay for those credit cards, gas, food, and all of those other little items like taking the wife to dinner or buying shoes for the kids, because remember, of the $5,400 coming in, they're spending $5,200 total on bills with only $200 left. So in this example here, now you see $5,200, which is their monthly bills, is charged to that line of credit. They have their $5,400 sitting in their account, and they paid all of their normal bills with that $5,200. So you saw that their mortgage, their MasterCard, their auto loan, and their Visa all decreased because they paid their normal bills in month 1. We are now into month 2 of strategic payoff, and in month 2, they have another $5,400 that comes in from their pay that they get paid monthly. This $5,400 once again hits their checking account. So they now have $5,400 from month 1 sitting in savings and $5,475 sitting in their checking. And all of their balances still hold true from the first month when they charged $5,200 to their line of credit and paid on their mortgage, their MasterCard, their auto loan, and their Visa. Now you're about to see how our amazing program uses interest accumulation as the second money-saving principle. As you can see now, the savings account has $5,413. That means their money that was sitting in savings accumulated $13 that month in interest, while they used somebody else's money, OPM, other people's money, which was that $5,200 line of credit to pay all of their bills. Our system strategically lets this family know, move $3,884 out of your savings account into your checking account. You now have $9,359 at the beginning of month 2 before you've paid your bills sitting in your checking, and $1,529 sitting in savings. The system then instructs the family to take $5,200 and move it over towards the line of credit and pay that line of credit to 0. You just saw an example how Prospio utilizes the third money-saving principle, interest float, the use of other people's money to help you truly eliminate interest and build wealth. You use the bank's money, paying them no interest for a full month while your money sat in savings and earned interest. Now, we're going to go and see how the system next instructs them to take $4,084 and move that $4,084 from their checking onto their mortgage. You may be asking yourself, why $4,084? Our mortgage payment is only about $1,200. Well, because the system knows to the penny the most logical way and fastest way for you to eliminate the interest that you're paying to financial institutions so that you can be paying that interest to yourself and build wealth, and thereby watch debt eliminate in real time. So now at the end of month 2, what you see again is they have $1,529 in savings, that's $75 in checking, and $195,652 is all that's left on their mortgage, and they have their Visa, their auto loan, and their MasterCard bills again that they will be paying through their regular monthly payments, and they have that line of credit, other people's money again, back down to zero so they can use it again in the next month. The system now strategically tells them to take some of that money from savings, $798 of it, and move it over towards their Visa, which is their highest percentage credit card at 18%. So they now only owe $7,598 on their Visa. And finally, we get to view the fourth money-saving principle, interest cancellation. You see now that this family only owes $195,652 on their $200,000 mortgage at the beginning of month 3. They canceled 15 months of payments, saving $11,162.81 of interest they would have been paying to the bank, and are able instead to pay it to themselves in future months and earn interest on the interest they're saving. Once again, this amazing result came from using Prospio for just 3 months. What would happen if they used Prospio for several years? Well, there is no need to guess. Here's what Prospio did. These are the verified results of 4,247 Prospio users using the system over the last 4 years. You see the average user details show that the average mortgage was $222,387 with a 4.875 interest rate, an average monthly mortgage payment of $1,204. And then between credit card debt and other debt, their total debt comes into $261,521. And the average income to the 4,247 users of the Prospio system was $5,702, with an average discretionary income left at the end of the month after all of their bills are paid, after they've taken their wife to dinner, after they've bought their kids' shoes, they've paid for all of the food, they've gone to the movies, every expense that you can imagine. The average family has $336 left over at the end of the month. Try saving for your future, putting a wedding on for your daughter, sending your kids through college by only having $336 a month left. But this is average America. Now what you'll see on the right-hand side of the screen are the average user results. The average savings and interest from using our system was $102,360. That is a phenomenal amount of savings that they had in interest alone they would have been paying to the banks and financial institutions. The average savings in the first year was over $11,000 alone, and the average savings in the first 6 months was over $6,000. They went from 28 and a half years left to be paying on their home and paying on their debts, and at the end of 28 and a half years only owning their home and hopefully having a little bit of money saved, to now being out of debt in 10.6 years, saving 17.9 years of paying interest to financial institutions and banks and paying it to themselves instead. So over that same amount of time of 28 and a half years where they would have only owned their home and maybe had some money saved, they will have a projected wealth accumulated of $997,634. That is a phenomenal number. How is that possible, you may ask? Because they're paying themselves the interest and earning interest on their interest by having that money sit only in a savings account earning 1%. Imagine what would happen if instead of having these same 4,247 families moving their money into a savings account where they earn just 1%, they actually had it invested in other investment vehicles that would allow them to earn more than 1%. It's staggering the amount of wealth that you can build for yourself using the same model and the same algorithms and the same tools that the banks and financial institutions have for themselves that now is available to you through the Prospio system. Ernst & Young gave the Entrepreneur of the Year award again to the Prospio system because it works. This is fundamentally how Prospio will help you build wealth and create a better future tomorrow, starting today. Trivesta, people helping people, helping people.